So for those of you who may not know, yesterday was Henry Cavill's birthday. So happy birthday to Henry Cavill. I hope you had a good one out there. But Warner did something very disrespectful to him on his birthday, announcing the search for a black Superman. I mean, seriously, on his birthday? Yeah, that's messed up. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have it better tomorrow. So, May the 5th is Henry Cavill's birthday, and, you could see there were some studios out there, their Twitter accounts that were, saying, happy birthday to Henry Cavill, wishing him a great birthday, and I mean, it seemed like it was pretty great, right? And then, of course, you have Warner Bros. India, who also stated, happy birthday to the Man of Steel himself, Henry Cavill. If you could have any of Superman's powers, which one would you choose? Now, while there is that, and you see many others that were out there saying happy birthday to Henry Cavill, there was a funny tweet that came out here, and this person stated this, saying, if they announce a search for Black Superman on Henry Cavill's birthday, I'll literally become the Joker. But then, ironically enough, to this person's words, well, here's the thing, Hollywood Reporter comes out with an article of information from Warner Bros., stating this, behind Warner Bros. Search for a black Superman, after enlisting Ta-Nehisi Coates, oh god, I hate that man, to write the latest feature on the superhero, the studio is searching for its director and star as it kickstarts the next phase of the DC universe. Oh, I'm telling you right now, this movie is going to be a complete disaster. And fans are not happy. I mean, understandably so, because look at what some of them are saying. You and me both, everything burns. And then, another person saying that they would say, better call it 2 Jokers, because I'm going to be right there with you, make it 3 Jokers. Get it? And then one person, which, made a lot of sense out of the stating, get used to it, people. Jar Jar Abrams, DCEU is prioritizing politics over story. It's over. And, I mean, that's the problem. They're making this about identity politics. They're not trying to make an entertaining story. Then again, Ta-Nehisi Coates, if you know who he is, which I've made a couple of videos on the guy, Ta-Nehisi Coates is somebody that is a racist and a bigot. And I really hate him for what he said about first responders also. I mean, he said some very terrible things. Myself and many other people have talked about Ta-Nehisi Coates and the problem with that guy. Now, Michael B. Jordan, there's been a lot of talk in the past about how they would like to have him actually play as Superman. And I gotta say that I respect Michael B. Jordan and the fact that he stated that he would rather it be his own Superman. So it'd be like the alternate universe Superman of Earth 23, for example, who was Calvin Ellis, who was actually the president of Earth, and he was also Kryptonian. And that's what Michael B. Jordan was saying in an interview. I believe it was with Oprah, if I remember right. I mean, I respect that. I mean, that's cool. And, they could have done that. I mean, clearly, very easily they could have done that. But none of these studios are actually comic book fans. They don't read the comics, so they wouldn't know that in alternate timelines that there are actually a couple of black Supermans out there that do exist. And, they could actually just be using the black Superman from Earth 23, for example, like I said, Calvin Ellis, but they're not doing that. Instead, they want to race swap Clark Kent, and we'll get to that in the article in a moment, but I want to look at this because this is important. But establishing a new tone with the launch of the next Superman franchise is key to Warner Bros. DC film future. As such, little will remain of the so-called Snyderverse version. So this means that the Snyderverse is probably over with. Now, I don't know that 100%. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying, by how this sounds right here, it sounds like to me that they're just going to go ahead and just drop the Snyderverse altogether. That the Justice League, his Snyder Cut, was the last thing that they were going to do in terms of the Snyderverse. So I don't know that. I'm just saying that this is what it sounds like to me. And if true, to those that are fans of the Snyderverse as well as the DCEU, this is going to be very, very disappointing to them. And I mean, now that you have Jar Jar Abrams and Ta-Nehisi Coates making this new Superman movie, it's going to be a disaster. I can tell you that right now. I don't support Ta-Nehisi Coates, and I never will, because the man himself, like I said, he's a bigot. And, his Captain America run, if you've ever read it, is just abysmal. You want to talk about a shit run? Oh, yeah, it takes the cake. And let's take a look at this big paragraph, because this is very vital to what we're talking about here. The Superman film appears to be moving onto its own track and won't be part of the universe as of now. Sources tell THR that Coates is crafting a Kal-El in the vein of the original Superman comics and will have the protagonist hail from Krypton and come to Earth. While the story is currently being crafted and many details could change, one option under consideration is for the film to be a 20th century period piece. But the main thing to take away here, because apparently from what this says here, they're going to take Kal-El, Clark Kent, and they're going to change him. Despite the fact that they already have, as I said, established characters that are Black Superman. I mean, seriously, this is going to be a disaster. I mean, look, what they could have done, and this is just me, what they could have done is they could take, like I said, alternate universe Superman, like Calvin Ellis, who is of Earth 23. You could take him, and what you could do is he could be your main character. I mean, he was also from Krypton. He actually became the president of the United States, and he was Superman. They could take characters that could actually bring on the mantle of Superman just from a different universe, and this would not hurt. Like I said, this is an established character, and in fact, he was a pretty good one. I liked him. I liked Calvin Ellis. But, you could take this character, right? And this would be cool to be able to make movies off of the alternate universe characters, and this would be an example of how you could do it. And like I said, an established character, and there's no changes to anything. There you go. You have a character to work with rather than just changing Clark Kent. I mean, seriously, it's absolutely ridiculous that they're doing this. I mean, not only do they have him that they could work with Henry Iron, who was also a Superman who made his own suit, which he was also a Black Superman. You also have Icon, when you think about it. Icon was also a Superman who had the ability of invincibility. You have options. But instead of taking these options, they take Clark Kent and they're going to change him, apparently, from what this states. I mean, seriously, it's all about the identity politics is what they're doing. And rather than trying to make a movie for fans that they can enjoy, or like make a Man of Steel 2, for example, right? Like with Henry Cavill, and then also make an alternate universe Superman, like I was saying, that could be a Black Superman. Rather than trying to do that, they are just like, oh, well, we'll just take an established character and change them to fit our politics. I mean, this is the problem that many fans have, and we all know that these people don't care about the comics. And with Ta-Nehisi Coates and Jar Jar Abrams, this is going to be a disaster. I mean, I do not support anything that either of them do. I do not go into anything that they do because they're just awful at what they do. If you watch any of Jar Jar Abrams' stuff, I do not like anything he's ever made. That's my personal opinion, of course. Or if you have ever read, like I said, Ta-Nehisi Coates' Captain America, God, it's so terrible. It is horrible. It is riddled with just politics. It's a mess. Even the Puritans who liked the woke Marvel comics now, which they're a train wreck. Those comics are just a train wreck now. But even they didn't even like the Captain America run. I'm not even kidding. The Ta-Nehisi Coates did. They did not like his run. So it goes to show you that with a bad writer, well, you're going to get a disaster of a film. And, people are not going to like this. I mean, people are already not liking this idea. Like I said, there's established characters out there. Just use those. Why don't you just use those rather than using an established character and then changing him for your politics? What fans really want is they just want good entertainment. They want good movies that they can sit there and enjoy, or shows or books or whatever. They want stuff that they can enjoy. They don't want this political crap being shoved into their face. Rather, people just want good entertainment. That's all they want, and by taking an established character and changing them for what they are, when you have other established characters that they could have just used in the story, yeah, well, this is just disrespecting your fans as well as disrespecting Henry Cavill on his own birthday. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you were still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels, so make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media, spread the word, and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated. and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the news videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. The links are in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow can always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.